Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with Brad. It is November 30th, 2023. Uh, it is what time?
128.
1:28. First and foremost, I want to say thank you. Um, I don't know if you want me to say who you are, so I won't, but I had a very generous donation come through PayPal, and thank you. That helped so much because, yeah, we're like everybody else, living a pay period to pay period, and we were not expecting this kind of expense, and so amazing, very tight. But this video is to tell you guys that uh, we put Jellybean to sleep yesterday. And there was no way we could come on yesterday and talk at all. Um, no, we weren't hysterically crying or anything, but just when you have something very hard happen, you just kind of sit and you're quiet. And that's what we did. We just sat and we were quiet, and we talk every so often, but yeah, she got very sick very fast, and whatever kind of cancer she had was growing so fast. It was growing up into her back now and stuff, and she was in quite a bit of discomfort, and we knew it was time. And the vet said that she thought we were absolutely making the right decision and stuff. So Brad took her out. I could not, you know. And Brad took her out, and we spent the day before. She got royally spoiled, and she had gotten to the point where she wasn't even wanting to eat like her dinner or anything. Like I said, the last couple of days were really rough with her. She was in so much pain, and you know, uh, so. But she got spoiled with some peanut butter. She got spoiled with a piece of chocolate right before she was put to sleep. The vet thought that was great. And she was all happy about having some chocolate because every time I would have any chocolate thing, she'd be coming running because, she'd smell it and she loves sweets. So, it's not going to hurt them right before they're euthanized. So, yeah, and, it was just, she was very peaceful and everything. So, I'd given her a couple melatonin as she left the house so that she would be a little calmer too, because you don't want them scared or anything. So now we have just a Nixie in the house, right? Yes, we are thinking about possibly getting a couple of cats. Not right now, but maybe around Christmas time or something. We both love cats, and I know you're saying, well, what about Brad's allergies? We've talked about Brad's allergies a lot, and he really loves cats too. So, we're going to do this, and or if we do it and stuff, he'll just make sure and wash his hands out after every time that he's petting the cats. And then also, we'll make sure, like, that his bedroom door is closed, and stuff, so they can't lay on his bedding. That's the biggest thing. If they go and they lay on his bedding, and they lay on his pillow, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's when I get torn up.
yeah. So, yeah. And I'd love to get some of those pet steps that go on the wall and stuff. I mean, um, you know, we want to make sure they're spayed. We prefer female cats. And, we like having them be young because we like to watch the antics of, two cats playing together. And, how, like, they crouch down and they do the butt wiggle and they're just so serious and stuff. Yeah, so, cats are a little easier to take care of. And stuff. So, we miss having a cat. We haven't had cats since Angel passed away. So, and we do already have it lined up with who would take care of our animals when we pass. So, we have that lined up, and that's very important to have lined up. You know, yeah, you know, You can handle that lots of ways. If you already have somebody lined up and you know that maybe perhaps you are terminal or something, you could go ahead and have them come get that animal, a few days before you think you might, not be around anymore. So, but yeah, we would like to do that. That probably would be our Christmas present, because, it costs like $50 to adopt. These are all rescues, so, we'll definitely kick that around and stuff and see. Nixie was very sad yesterday. I gave her some treats and she was waiting. She was looking on the bed for Jellybean. Because, she's waiting for me to give one to Jellybean. So, yeah. Now I think she's kind of used to it. But, yeah, it was a hard thing.
Yeah, she was more broken up when we lost Charlie.
Who?
Nixie.
Yeah, but she would like Jellybean a lot, too.
She did. Yeah, but her and Charlie had a lot of history together.
They were puppies together, basically. Yeah. So, she was 1.5 years old. He was 10 months old. So, Yeah, it was, but it was time. Now I just think about, it's a bright, shiny, beautiful day today. And I think about her running in fields of scattered leaves and chasing butterflies or
big dogs.
Yeah, doing her little butt wiggle and her growl and bark at the same time. And, she's probably up there running and bossing Charlie around now. So, we're very, very blessed to have her for the 2.5 years we had her.
Yeah.
Loving dog, such a loving dog. Don't let it stop you if you think about adopting a dog or a cat. And also, there's also rescues for any kind of, even like lizards, snakes, specific kinds, of course. So, say you want to, maybe get a bearded dragon. Well, if you type that in and rescue, there's going to be somebody who does that. So, don't shop, adopt if you can. But don't let it stop you because we didn't have it that long. We have no regrets. He was a beautiful dog, and sometimes you'll get an animal that maybe you end up not having as long because they pass away. If you ever really think about it, sometimes they have compacted so much love in such a short time. It's almost like they know that maybe they won't have a long time with you.
Yeah.
But I don't regret it a bit. She was a beautiful dog. We gave her a lot of love. She was funnier. She was sassy. She was just a little spitfire. It's so much fun to be around. And it depends on what the special needs are on a cat. Like we can't afford an animal that's going to require a lot of vet bills. But if it was something, that you could do at home, then, but yeah, we have no regrets. We do think she was a lot older than they ever let on. We're thinking possibly when we adopted her, she was 10. Because the previous owner made a comment, she didn't think she could get pregnant anymore. And the vet said Jellybean had cataracts. I knew her eyes were cloudier than Nixie's.
Yeah.
And so I think she was older than they let on. And, there's nothing you can do when they get cancer. I'm not going to put her through chemo, and stuff. So, we did what we had to do with pet owners.
Yep. Well, when I was asking the vet, and, I kind of asked her if we would have had the surgery. She said that there were no guarantees that would have accomplished anything.
Yeah.
And she thought that might unnecessarily stress her out majorly.
Oh yeah, I think it would have. I mean, to open her up to do exploratory surgery, we all knew she had cancer, and You know, to have it grow that fast, it literally, guys, would grow overnight. I would check her, like, let's say I'm doing the last change of the night, and I would always check, and then by morning will have grown. That's how fast this cancer all of a sudden, especially in the last month, has grown so fast and taken over, where it was rock hard where this was growing. And it got to a point where it was very hard for it to even move around, because, and every time I changed it was very painful, because that whole area was just rock hard too. So, that's what happens a lot of times too with these dogs, small dogs that are overbred like this, and that's why I always say, don't keep promoting people breeding these dogs, because, okay, you might say, well, because I need the money. Well, I know, but, we don't need to unnecessarily populate the earth more with animals that don't have any homes and are being euthanized because of it.
Yep.
And, we've talked a lot. You guys have heard us talk about maybe wanting to get like a capybara, or getting chinchillas, or getting a sugar glider. I mean, we've talked a lot about different animals we might like to have, but for me personally, it's hard for me to do that when I know that I could adopt so many more dogs and cats. So, and if I did get one of those animals, I still would go to a rescue. Just, like that. They have chinchilla rescues, they have sugar glider, any kind of dragon. I mean, and that's where you're really going to learn a lot of your stuff if you do decide to go that route. It's like I wouldn't get a bird because I don't know anything about birds. I wouldn't get a chinchilla until I was absolutely sure. We were really thinking about it, but they're nocturnal.
So are we.
Well, or not always. And, I mean, they need to have a quiet, dark place. Your dog is not exactly really quiet now when she wants to be fed. She just barks constantly,
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. You got to make sure you have a vet that can take care of this animal. And if you did want to travel, 1-800 board my chinchilla with you, or what? Who do you actually get to? Where do you board your chinchilla at?
Yeah.
I mean, do they have little chinchilla daycares that whatever you're gonna go do?
Yeah, and chinchilla house.
Yeah.
Cat house is this.
Yeah, called the powder puff, because see, they live in all their dry baths. That would be cute. You do a whole little scenic thing for your chinchilla, and where they have the dry bath, you put a sign that says the powder puff.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna make extra money, honey. We're just gonna design these little playhouses and stuff for chinchillas and other rodents.
Okay. Well, back to what you were originally talking about, with the exotics and stuff. Yeah, the exotics are neat, but I remember years and years and years ago, my uncle worked at I can't remember what the correct euphemism
Even
is.
fish?
Dog catcher, basically.
Yeah.
Animal control.
Animal control.
That's
there you
the
go.
big
Yeah.
word. And I remember him telling me that, they had more animals going out the back door than out the front door.
And that's sad. And if you ever see, like a pile of deceased dogs and cats, if you really take a look at it, and you really take a look at statistics, and I'm sorry that we're on a soapbox, but this is something near and dear to our heart. But you look at statistically how many puppies and kittens are born, and how many animals are being euthanized. Everybody loves that cute puppy, that cute kitten. But when they get to be 5 years old, 10 years old and stuff, nobody oh, it's just an old cat. No, we
Yeah.
want this one that's cute. Well,
Yeah.
you know, and I know we just said we'd like to have some younger ones. Just because I feel like, you know, we have been doing nothing but, when's the last kitten that we had around? Jack?
I believe so.
You know, we haven't had in a good 20 years a kitten
Yeah.
or anything. I mean, I think
Yeah.
we've paid our dues, and I'm not saying it has to be a tiny 8-week-old kitten. I prefer it not be.
Yep.
But if it's like 6 months, even a year or two old, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, so yep.
But
Nixie's doing okay.
Yep.
I think she kind of liking not having to share anything. You know, out of all the dogs we had, she's the one that we have left.
Yeah.
You know, we've had so many. At one point in time, we had 6. Because my brother was living with us, and he had brought 2 dogs and a cat. So he did rehome or something, one dog. And, well, my dad did.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And, but he left 1 dog and 1 cat. 1 dog, the beagle, just glommed onto me. And we thought about getting another dog and stuff, but, you know, I just really would like to just do something a little lower maintenance and stuff, like cats. You know, I really want to watch them play on the wall shelves. See, back when we had cats, they did not have these wall shelves, guys. You type in like wall shelves for cats or cat shelves. I got some pretty cool ones, you know.
Yep.
That's what I'm really jonesing for.
Yeah.
Nice cat litter box. You know, a nice, you know, so, I mean, even before we think about going and getting any, we have to set up, you know, I'll have to have an area set up in the art studio where we're going to put the cat litter box and stuff, so it'll be nice to have some new life in the house, because one of the things I do worry about as you get older, too, and you lose pets, and then all of a sudden, okay, so the children you had, of course, already grown up and left, and maybe you have moved where you don't really have family, or maybe they have moved away, whatever the case be. Maybe you didn't have children. Not everybody has to. But, so your house is big and full of chaos, and then the children age and they leave home, and so it starts to get smaller and smaller. You start losing more and more people you love, and so before you know it, you feel like there's nothing left. And quite frankly, as you get older, you are home more. So you want to me, we want to make our home as nice as possible, and we want to have some joy in it. And so if a couple of cats bring us a lot of joy, and Brad can do it as long as Brad remembers to always get up and wash his hands, and maybe even you need to wash your face.
Yeah.
Or something, you know.
Yeah, that's a good probability,
you know,
right there.
Maybe he needs to go jump in the shower real fast. You used to do that when we had multiple cats. You know, and it depends on the cat, because we have noticed that certain cats seem to irritate you more than other cats, the fur and stuff. What is that sound? What is that?
Something in the wash.
Oh, okay. I got the washer going. I keep hearing thump, thump, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But I love my washer dryer going. It's right off the kitchen here, and I do love having a washer dryer on the same level and very convenient, especially because we can sit out here and watch TV and stuff and still be doing laundry. Today, here in a little bit, Brad's going to be going outside and doing all the lights and the inflatables and all that good stuff. So that'll be exciting. I will some night take a video to show you guys. Of course, you know, every year is different. So we've been gearing up for that. I'm going to be working on the inside. I got to do a workout. I'm back on it. I took 2 days off. Tuesday I took off. I spent literally all day. I didn't even leave my bedroom for 2 days. well, I come out here to do different stuff, but I spent as much time with Jellybean as I possibly could Tuesday. So did Brad. It was an all about Jellybean day. We spoiled her, you know, and stuff. So, which I'm so glad we did. And then Wednesday, of course, yesterday we weren't feeling like being, you're not going to go euthanize your baby and then go put your lights out that day. So, kind of took yesterday. I didn't even cry yesterday. I cried, I did all my crying the days previously. One night, remember, I was sitting there holding her and I was crying and my tears were dripping off. I didn't realize they landed on her forehead. And finally, she kind of looked up at me and I looked down and I realized her whole top of her head was wet from my tears. So, but she's in a better place.
Yeah.
And I feel like we did a good job. I almost feel like rejoicing because we gave that baby so much love. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
And she's in a better place now, I told her to look for certain people that I knew would love her and take care of her. Certain relatives that have passed on. And that makes me smile because I think about these certain people and, like my grandmother and stuff. Her last dog that she'd gotten was also a poodle. So my grandma's always loved little dogs, so she'll take good care of her and stuff. So, plus she had already so many other dogs and cats that we've had that we're all waiting. We're going to have a heck of a crowd when we get up there.
Yes, we are.
When we get up there in at least 20, 25, 30 years, we still got.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
yeah. As hard as yesterday was, I was telling Brad, yesterday was probably the most wonderful day for other people. There were babies born, there were people that got engaged, there were people that got married, there were people that maybe reunited with a loved one they hadn't seen in so long. It was still a beautiful day. Just because we had something sad happen to us personally doesn't mean that it was just the most horrible day ever. No. We helped our baby go over the rainbow bridge. And that's the most kindest, loving thing sometimes you can do for your pet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Whether you adopt a stray or adopt a critter from one of the shelters,
mm-hmm.
you never know what's going to happen.
Oh no.
I mean, we've had cats that have lived over 20 years.
Yep.
And then we've had cats that we've only had for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah. And you never can tell.
Yeah.
You absolutely can never tell.
Yeah.
The same way with dogs. And
Yeah.
we've had dogs with special needs. We've had more dogs with special needs than cats.
Yeah.
Misty, our cat, always had stomach issues.
Yeah.
And we worked through those. She was the type of cat could take no red dye at all. And how they put the red dye in the dry food and stuff. No, you couldn't do that with her because she would be throwing up like crazy.
And she was probably the most laid back cat.
Oh yeah, she was. She was great.
Yes.
So but yeah, we've had a lot of dogs and cats.
Yeah.
We miss having some younger cats that we're talking about some of the different cats and some of the crazy things they've done. I mean, I love watching cats chase each other through a house and stuff too. So anyway, I want to show you guys a few hats. I still been working on hats. No matter what's going on in my life, I'm still doing me some hats every night. It is my whoopee, okay? Brad will tell you, it doesn't matter how stressed out I am, I'm going to get myself somewhat calm by just loom knitting. Have you ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I have to every night. I'm always loom knitting. Brad will tell you, normally I'm always loom knitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 more hats done. We are still giving these away. Brad's going to call probably tomorrow because today he needs to get outside. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days. So, and we got errands to run tomorrow anyway. So anyway, so this one, these are all toddler size. I thought this turned out pretty cute. And then I have this one, another toddler one. So that one, and then this one I just whipped up. Brad's gonna call. We're gonna be giving these away to the cancer center. So, yeah. So that's a little Christmas thing. So that's what I have going on there. My next one will be another toddler size, and I'm going to be using this and this. You don't really see it. Well, maybe you can see a little bit. See, look. Oh, yeah. Thank you, son. Now you see all the great colors in there, right? I'm going to do that and pair it with this. Trust me, it'll be great. I'll have a certain design made in mind for it and everything. So, that's what I'll be working on there. It says I need to do some house cleaning. I need to work out. I need to do some house cleaning. I need to... First, I'm going to sit here with Brad and we're kind of go through this Halloween, Christmas stuff. I am not letting another holiday get by. I'm not letting the depression get a hold of me. I did not even ever decorate for Halloween, people, because the depression has been bad enough. And so, I didn't even put out flag for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to let that happen for Christmas. So, at a certain point in time, you have to, you know, do it. I don't want you guys looking at my teeth. I'm like, hey. I'm really self-conscious about it. But I know a lot of you guys all have dental issues too. Just the way it is. Some people would like that to be the main issue right now, is a dental issue. So, anyway, that's what we got going on. Everybody's fine here. Yes, I miss the little girl so much, but this is part of being a pet owner, is also letting go when you need to. And, you know, it's something we firmly believe in.
Yeah.
Not keeping an animal around for our benefit when they're hurting so much. So, anything else?
Nope.
But I knew I needed to get on here and tell you guys that news. There's lots of videos on Jellybean ever since we got her. And I thoroughly enjoyed her. She was a pure joy, you know. She was very loving. She overcame a lot of trauma. When we first got her, she was scared of Brad. And then she couldn't get enough of him. You know. So, like I said, we spent a lot of time Tuesday. That's what it was just Jellybean Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. Just Jellybean Day. So, you know.
We did.
Yeah.
We did as much as we could.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being there for her.
Oh, yeah. You know, Brad knew. He would help me, because it was so painful changing her and stuff, for her, and you know, hear her crying and stuff. It was like, yeah, it was definitely time.
Yeah.
You know, you can say, well, I don't really have the money to euthanize. Well, it's my responsibility. You know, my responsibility to take care of that. So, yeah. You know, if we don't have any money for Christmas, then we just don't have any money for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less about that, you know. And I have the memories, so we have so many good memories of that young lady. She just was incredible.
Yeah.
I feel very blessed that I got to spend that time with her. I feel like animals, to me personally, and I'm a spiritual person. I don't like organized religion. I don't like churches per se, and that's just my own personal thing, and I have my own personal reasons why. And if you are a church-going person, I applaud you for that. My whole point is I feel like God, or whoever you believe in, gives us the most beautiful blessings of having these animals that love us so much, that depend on us so much. Think how scary it is to be an animal. You have no control over who might take you, who might bring you home. You know, how they are going to treat you, if they're going to feed you, if they're going to let you out. You know, all of that. Are they going to kick you around, or are they going to love on you? Are they going to make you live outside, or are they going to let you inside? I mean, you know, all of that. It's just really scary. I mean, it's a roll of dice for these animals.
It really is.
You know, I mean, statistically, the amount of, when puppies are born and kittens, the amount of them that make it to adulthood is not very favorable even. You know, so when you think about that, and it's like you have no control over, and I don't care if you say you're charging a homing fee or anything. I tell you what, if there's somebody who fights dogs and they're wanting a bait dog, they don't care about paying you $100 for this dog. They're making so much more money doing their horrible dog fighting. So it's not going to stop them from getting Jellybean. The woman never asked us a thing about our personal life. I could have been getting that dog to, you know, cut up into pieces for fishing. She wouldn't have known. You know? So, like I said, it's just something near and dear to our heart. And I mean, think about how scary it is for these animals. I mean, man. You know, like I said, everybody loves a cute puppy. Well, you guys can take into account how big that dog is going to get. What you think it's going to get, and it might get a lot bigger than that. Like we've had really big cats, and we've had itty bitty cats. Our smallest cat ever had the biggest attitude, and that was Brad's cat named Bitsy. And she did the big old shoulder roll, and she was a teeny tiny cat. I kid you not. She always looked like she was about 6 months old, maybe.
Yep.
She had these long legs, and she had a broken tail, and we don't know how it got broken. She came to us that way. But it broken and it curled around. So it was broken in multiple spots and then curled around. Sometimes you would get that little hook part caught on stuff, and it was really painful. In fact, our vet thought that if she did it much more, that we might have to have it cut off. But we never had to. But she was our smallest cat. What do you think she weighed? Maybe 5 pounds?
About 6.
About 6 pounds. And then we've had really big cats, like Scanner was our biggest cat. I love Scanner, she was so cute. But when she sat down, the little fat rolled over her feet, so you couldn't see them. And she didn't care. She had an attitude like Garfield, man.
Yeah.
She did. She had an attitude like Garfield. And she would torture our cat Tigger, who was a Maine Coon, but he was a lot smaller of a Maine Coon because he hadn't had proper nutrition before he found us. And, but our vet said, yeah, he was a purebred and stuff. But she would torture him. I'd put them in the same carrier, because normally you can put 2 cats in a carrier if it's not super tiny. She would smush his whole body and face into one corner, and I'd look at him and he'd just whiskers sticking outside of the carrier. She got the whole rest of the carrier, and she like kicked back like Al Bundy, like, yep. Yeah, poor cat. But you know, and like Brad said, you've had cats that have lived a couple years. And then we've had cats that live to be 22. I mean, you know, normally our cats live a really long time.
Yeah.
Normally, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it would be fun. It would be fun. Brad really loves him some cats. Brad loves him cats. I mean, you like dogs, but you love cats.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats. That's probably why.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop you from going and petting them anytime you see one. No. It's almost like a magnet, man.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun. You know.
Cats really love me.
Mm-hmm. They do. And I think Brad, you know, he lost his cat, oh gosh, how many years ago, babe? You were still working at the store.
Was I?
Mm-hmm. We lost Bitsy.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been, God, it's hard to believe, but that's been almost 15 years ago.
Yeah, you know. And it
I,
takes a while when you lose one of your very favorite ones.
yeah, and I still think about her a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You know, but they live on in other animals.
Yep.
You know, look how many things that Nixie and Jellybean did that reminded of a cat.
Yep.
Because Jellybean would, you know how cats will like kind of slam their butt into your leg and then, or they'll use their whole body and rub up against you as they're walking along. And Jellybean used to do that, you know. And they both would use their paws a lot like a cat would. So,
Yep.
you know, and Nixie will be fine with the cats. In fact,
Yeah.
I think she'll be quite entertained and have fun with the cats. You
Yep.
know, you don't want to just let your house just be where it's just this lonely place
Yep.
of bittersweet memories and nobody comes around. Well, that's up to them. Nobody wants to come around, don't come around. Then
Yep.
you know, if you want to come around, then come on. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not gonna beg anybody.
yeah, Nixie's always been the mother hen,
Mm-hmm.
and um, Nixie gets along better with other animals than she does with people. Or is it the other way around? I'm trying to remember.
Nixie loves people.
Well, that's true.
Well, she's more protective now that we don't have Charlie, I've
Yeah.
noticed. But she loves
Yeah.
other animals, too. I
Yeah.
can't remember which one of it was fine around other... No, Charlie was fine around other animals. He didn't like any humans.
Yeah.
And you would even be okay to be in his presence until you spoke. Then that was all over.
Yeah.
You know. I get him finally calm down. He's not barking or anything. If the like a worker or anything comes over, the minute they speak, it's over. Because Charlie is not going to have it.
No.
So, we could not have anybody over when we had a Charlie, you guys. That's what, not too long after he passed, I told Brad, I'm like, we could actually have somebody over now.
Yeah.
We would love to meet another couple or another couples that would love to get together and play cards and stuff. So, that'll eventually happen. We'll probably have to go down to Senior Center again. No, we haven't been down there in a good bit.
No.
It's just hard. We've been going through a lot of stuff. This has been, really difficult with Jellybean, and it takes a lot of commitment diapering, just like diapering an infant. You can't just go run off and plan anything. You have to think, well, in 4 to 6 hours, I need to change them again. And, not the very last night we had Jellybean, but the night before that, she had a particularly rough night, and I had changed her 5 times in a row that night, and it was all, where she had gone number 2. And that was pretty liquidy and stuff, so, I called Brad, and he came down and stuff, and you've been down there every night pretty much since for a good week or two.
Yeah.
You want to spend time with Jellybean, you want to be supportive, because like I said, I wasn't getting any sleep because I was worried about her, and but Brad never heard me say I can't handle this. I will, I don't like it when people go like, I can't do this, and you'll say, yeah, you can do it. No, no, no. And it's like, yeah, you can. You feel like you can't. Your heart is broken, but you will get up the next day and you will go on about your life. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. You don't forget them. You remember them. Sometimes you're going to break down and cry. Maybe you're going to have a nice memorial or whatever you're going to do. But, they're always in your heart.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Even the critters that we lost 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We still think about them very, very frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were our babies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've always loved, and I probably always will need to have some animals around, because for me, they give you that pure love.
Yep.
They give you that pure unadulterated love, and in its purest form. So I mean, I don't see where I ever could not have animals.
No.
Someday probably end up not having animals, so I might as well enjoy it while I can.
Yep.
Because especially if you were to get put in a nursing home or anything like that.
Yeah.
Any kind of living thing like that, you can't have animals. So,
Yep.
at some point in time, you're not gonna have. Oh, my thing is not even in here. My loom.
Uh-oh.
It must be. I wonder if I left it on my bed.
You must have.
It's a light green one, like a mint colored,
Okay.
light blue.
Okay. Would you like me to go look for it?
Please.
Okay.
I can't loom it without it.
That would be sad.
I always take, if I have scrap yarn, like I have this piece, and I always will start my hats off with it. So if you ever look at my hat, it's kind of my personal signature thing. If you ever look at my hats inside that band stuff, you'll see a different color of thread. I don't think you ever noticed till I point out to you. That's me using my leftover yarn. So, just a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So, I really, really like this stuff so much. Isn't that pretty? I really do like working with this. This is, I got this from Hirschner's. And this is the Soho Classic Spun. Let me see. This is a 7-ounce acrylic. And it's, does it have a color name? Color name is Pacifica. Color number 2. And it is a 5 bulky, but it still works out really nice in this stuff. As you see, since this is been, the very end of it, you'll see it's a little bulkier than, of course, this, which is still more tightly wound. So, that'll be nice. That'll come in very nice with this. This is a red heart. They're light and lofty, which I really do like. They're light and lofty. See, this is fun to work with, too. So it pairs well with your number 5 bulky. This is a number 6 super bulky. Let's see. I'm trying to read it. 100% acrylic. This is... trying to see the ounces in here. This is a 4.5 ounce. And where's the name? Nightline. Like I said, it's a red heart, light and lofty, which is a lot like your homespun that I love so much, right? And that's the one that Vicky gave me a whole bunch of that. So, pray for Vicky. She's been going through some health issues. I'm not going to say exactly what they are because that's not my story. That's hers. But just pray for her because any kind of health issues are not fun. So, but yeah, we are donating the hats very soon. I'll let you guys know when. And I'm going to get off this video because it's getting pretty long. So, I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And thank you again for the PayPal donation. If any of you guys would rather donate that way, or if you can donate through my Cash App, it's just a $ and Teresa Heidi, all one, and you can certainly do it that way. Every little bit helps. So, do something nice for somebody else, and then do something nice for yourself. Remember that we love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And as always, everybody say bye, Brad. Bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.